animals. Right? We did not come up with slaughtering animals. This is new to our culture. While others, they are doing it because of their culture. You follow, right? We're not doing it because of our culture. We're not abandoning because it is not from our culture. So yep. Inshallah ta'ala, yes.
What if somebody abandoned it because they don't eat meat? They're using that as a way of not doing it.
Alhamdulillah, number one is this, is the person is not to be making haram what Allah has made halal. That's number one. And this issue with the what you call them? The vegetarians. This is the first,
Vegan.
No, the vegan is different. Vegan is a faith.
Yes.
Vegan is a religion.
All right.
It's a batil religion. But what you call it, the vegetarians is just like, let's say, they like a diet, a group of people that say we don't eat this type of, we only eat vegetables, or we don't eat meat, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? But for a person to say I'm not, a person cannot be liking to eat meat though. A person might not be a meat person. Just like you might not like to eat beef, he might not like to eat, it's just like doesn't sit well maybe with his stomach or stuff like this. Or for some reason he doesn't like it. Just like he might not like ice cream, he like ice cream. Some preference, alhamdulillah, it is tabi'i. It is very natural that we have preference of this food or not that food. You understand? But amma now, in regard to this worship, it's a different thing. Don't like sheep. Don't like it. You don't have to like it. But when the slaughter come, when the udhiyah come, ain't nobody asking you, do you like it or not? It is an act of worship. It's just like you say, I don't like to get wet. Right? Listen, you got to make wudu. Now, you like it or you don't like it, it's another story. But now you have to make wudu. You got to pray. And you're not sick. And you got a water present. Hayak Allah.
Living in America, and you send money back, various people can arrange that. Is that possible? Is that possible? Is that okay?
You know what is beautiful about this book that we took? The Shaykh answer pretty much all these questions. And one of them is, let's say a question he asked, that I live in another land and my family is in another place. Which is the best place to sacrifice? Allahu Akbar. The Shaykh answered in a beautiful answer. He say, whomsoever has a greater need of it. Whomsoever has a greater need of it. Let's say I'm here and I have my family in Egypt, for instance, where I have my mother, my wife, my children, and I live here, for instance. Then, of course, they have a greater need there than me. But if one can, alhamdulillah, if one can what's the word? Can afford to slaughter 2 animals or more, then he can do it. Tayyib. But inshallah ta'ala, we will when we come to that point, we will read it bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So we suffice ourselves with this in the hadith of Abu Hurairah. So that shows the importance of what? Of alhamdulillah al-isti'dad, of making preparation in regard to the animals. And likewise, that goes along with everything. Alhamdulillah, we live in America. That's a thing. Meaning, it's not like in the Muslim land where you have, at your doorstep, at your window, people selling sheep. People will come to you selling you a sheep. People will knock at your door selling you a sheep. Adam, right? You don't have that. You don't have that in the lands of the disbelievers. You got to chase them down. You got to book it maybe a month. You got to start calling numbers and stuff like this. But ala ayin, it's an act of worship. Alhamdulillah, all of those preparations that the person is doing, it is an act of worship. Because ma la yatimmu bihi, ma la yatimmu al-wajibu bihi, ma la yatimmu bihi al-wajibu, ma la yatimmu al-wajibu illa bihi fahuwa wajib. That which will not be established, the wajib will not be established except by that is an obligation. If you got to chase this man down to get your sheep, chasing him down will be an obligation. If slaughtering will be an obligation. وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. If there was any mistake that I have done, please rectify me. Any addition or subtraction, as Ustaz Hassan would say. Any addition or subtraction, huh? I'll borrow your line, inshallah. Any addition or subtraction? ها؟ سمعت هذا منك. أحسن الله إليك. ها؟ ها? He said, do not make wudu for the sheep. Do not make, no, that's true. Do not make wudu for the sheep. Do not make wudu for the sheep. Do not give the sheep to drink before slaughtering it. Do not slaughter the sheep or the ram in front of other animals. Do not use a dull knife. Do not use a dull knife. That cannot even cut butter. You want to cut the throat of an animal. You are truly harming the animal. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ فَلْيُرِحْ ذَبِيحَتُهُ. In the hadith of Imam al-Nawawi, I believe hadith number 19, he say, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَتَبَ الْإِحْسَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. That Allah Ta'ala has prescribed ihsan in every single given thing. When he mentioned فَإِذَا ذَبَحْتُمْ, because he mentioned too, فَإِذَا قَتَلْتُمْ فَأْحْسَنِ الْقِتْلَةِ. If you are killing, kill with efficiency. Meaning kill it with the proper ways of killing it. And that killing could be, barakallah, even if it is a person that has to be killed. You cannot torture them. You cannot torture them. Likewise, وَإِذَا ذَبَحْتُمْ, if you are slaughtering, then فَأَحْسِنُوا الذِّبْحَ, then make your slaughtering to be very profound, very efficient, done in the best way possible. Done in the best way possible. And those at the end of the hadith, the messenger told us how to do it. Number one is that make sure you have a sharp knife. And number two is that you do it swiftly and quickly, so the animal will not have time to suffer. The animal will not have time to suffer. This is the act of worship. It has to be done according to the legislation of Allah. It has to be done how the Messenger ﷺ has done it. And as we mentioned, the Prophet ﷺ had 100 camels. And he slaughtered how many? 67. 67. 63? 63? And then remaining? 37. And who slaughtered it? رضي الله عنه وأرضاه. وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.